Already.
Hello!
Hello.
We're all in Darryl's bed.
Yeah, uncomfortably, without my consent, I might add.
It's nice.
It's not nice, I'm boiling right now. I'm literally sweating.
So we're here to talk
With
about...
anticipation.
No, with nervous. like a date on prom night. That kind of nervous. Can you do it? No, give me look. Hang on. Let's Steve talk.
So we're here to talk about the UK Game Expo 2019, which we've just finished our first day of.
Yes.
Have we had fun?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's been really good. I really
Yeah.
liked
Yeah,
it.
it was really good.
Oh, it would help if I had my camera, which is going to be my reference for everything we've done today. So, what how did you guys find it to begin with?
Yeah, we were right at the front of the queue getting in, weren't we?
Yeah, we found like the
pretty
side
much
entrance.
made the queue, didn't we?
By accident.
Yeah.
By accident, yeah. We just had people kind of queuing up behind us, so we got in nice and quick. Still not quick enough to get on Wacky Races.
No, that one eluded us.
That's on our list of things to do tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to try and do that one tomorrow, but we did, despite the fact that we said we were not going to play games until after we'd done a full lap of everything. We ended up getting carried away, and we played Robot Royale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That was
It's
the
a
first
nice
game we
little
played.
game.
I liked it.
Yeah,
Nice little game.
it was good. Okay, so the idea of it was, I don't know how deep we really want to go into this. We're probably going to wrap everything up like over 2
Just
days.
basically a small arena game.
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
for
a
four players.
line of sight based robot game which is restricted by places you've already been, so it sort of stops you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was really nice.
Yeah, it was a
Nice
really
little
nice
game.
kind of like starter game,
Nice
wasn't
quick
it?
game. There's a lot of games that we played today which were quick games that you would play.
Or you bring it
Maybe-
with you.
Yeah, maybe waiting for other people, or you've got like maybe a short period of time.
Yeah.
15-minute, 20-minute game.
Games that would be great to take with you on holiday.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bang equivalents.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but they were good.
Yeah, it was a really nice game.
Yeah,
Really
I
enjoyed
enjoyed
that
it.
one, but we will talk about that more in depth, like I say, in our next video, like all of these games.
Yep.
We then kind of like just moseyed round the expo
Mm.
until we came upon Catacombs.
Yeah.
Forgot the name of it for a moment.
Catacombs was great.
It was a fantastic game.
Honestly, we loved so much, despite the fact that it's on a Kickstarter. Oh god, this was a bad idea.
We
I
should
should
just pile these in the
organise this
middle.
somewhere.
Put them on my lap.
Put them on my lap, boys! I'm getting there.
You can do
Oh,
it.
that's much better handed.
You can do it, big man.
There's less of you.
Come on, big man.
We planned this. Yeah.
Catacombs, which both me and Darryl bought a copy of.
Yes.
So, although it's on Kickstarter as a late
A slightly
pledge,
different version, wasn't it?
with the like neoprene mats and stuff like that.
Wow.
I
It's
still
the I didn't realise it was the
wanted this
third
version.
edition.
Yeah, so this is the third edition.
Wow.
So,
It's very cool.
Man, that's really cool knowing that it's like already in its nearly fourth now if it's going on Kickstarter.
yes, the
Yeah.
first one had a very, very different art style
Mm.
to this one. But
This wasn't a quick game by any means. We played a quick version of it, but
you
there
played like the
Yes.
first scenario, didn't you, of about 5?
Yeah, but you can
It's-
see it taking a lot more of
It's
your
like
time and
a
enjoying
proper
it.
dungeon crawl, isn't it? But with its own fun, reflex-based.
So it is a dexterity game.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I didn't find it. Alright, so there was a couple of scenarios where I had played a wizard and I had a missile. I had 2 missile strikes, and basically both of them I just went, and it barely travelled past my
Yeah.
fingernail, and it was embarrassing, but at the same time it made it so much more fun.
I thought it was really good, and
Yeah.
the only reason I didn't get a copy is because those two have got a copy, and
Yes.
I'm looking forward to running the actual campaign of this as well.
Oh,
and
yeah.
playing all the way through in one day.
I'm looking forward to playing the chicken.
Yes.
Yeah, the chicken
I played
Mario.
the chicken as like my hero when we played the game, so
Yeah.
that's going to be my go-to chicken guy.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see because he said that you can get some more packs online, didn't he? Eventually in the Kickstarter
Yeah.
and stuff. So I wonder if there'll be extra character packs maybe you can buy separate from this, which would be quite nice. But
Mm.
Yeah.
I think was it just the 4 characters? 5 characters.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
it's a really nice thing to have just in general. It's kind of like a big toy almost, but
Yeah, I think there's something very pleasing about having a physical item to sort of flick around and rather than just kind of moving it bit by bit, and it sort of defines where you're going to do your next move. And
It was good fun.
yes.
yes, yeah.
It wasn't not to be taken too seriously.
No.
I think. It was good fun.
I think the guy that was demoing it, I didn't
Yeah,
catch his name,
yeah,
but he
the-
was so
great.
good.
Yeah,
Hank.
it was great.
I remember his name was Hank.
It was so good. He was just so thorough and
Hank.
enjoyable.
You're the man.
You made our day from the morning
GG Hank.
So
onwards.
from people we want to give a thumbs up to for teaching us Catacombs. We also want to give a thumbs up to Robbie Munn.
Yeah.
We reviewed.
Double thumbs.
You will know if you've watched some of our videos before that we have reviewed Summon as well.
Yeah.
And we got to meet the guy. He's been quite generous to us since the review.
Yeah.
And we played his new game, which was called Sumo Gnomes. Darryl and Ian played this one.
Really enjoyed that
Really
game.
good. Really
good. He didn't have he had a special larger edition purely for the expo on like wood and big chunky gnomes, well dice, and it was really good fun. Like we spent ages.
I honestly, as much as it's going to be a smaller edition, the one he's releasing, I would like a large edition.
Yeah, 100%.
If you could get it, I liked the big dice.
Yeah. The wooden board was really nice.
Yeah.
It's basically just a tree, the end of a
Very
tree
nice.
stump kind of cut in, and that was nice.
It'll be interesting because that one is coming to Kickstarter soon. At the moment, it's not available. But yeah, high hopes for that one.
Yeah, I really like. Again,
That's
it's
very cool.
the one that's actually coming out is again a travel size one, so it's perfect for bringing it around anyway.
So we'll be looking out for that in the future.
Yep.
After that,
I love how at the end of this, and we just
think-
board games.
next up, we played Big Trouble in Little China,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
which wasn't taught to us in the best possible environment.
No, it kind of divided
It's
the table. a little bit
difficult,
here,
isn't it? Because it's a story-esque game
Yes.
in a loud environment with trying to explain the story to one person where you can't quite hear it from.
Yeah.
It was hard to get to grips with the story element of the game. The actual playing of the game,
It was quite pleasant.
it was good. It was fun.
It had a few interesting things I quite liked about it.
It was good nostalgia too.
Yeah, well,
because
yes.
Big Trouble in Little China.
I think I enjoyed it more than I would have if it didn't have the Big Trouble in Little China theme to it.
Maybe, yeah.
I think
feel
a
like
lot of
that
it we
was a lot of the
enjoyed
draw.
because we're like, oh, it's
Jack and it's
Yeah, exactly.
and
Yeah. Egg Shen.
It's Gracie.
Yeah.
Uh,
I love playing Gracie.
That was cool.
Yep.
The only thing I should
What?
not cool,
I didn't mean to play footsie with you.
not cool.
It's on camera. Like there's no.
Fuck off. Bleep that out later.
Yeah, we will bleep that out later. Next thing we played was Red Alert.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Red Alert.
Thanks for clearing up the confusion, Ian.
Yeah, it's not Red Alert, the
No.
video game. It's Red Alert, the spaceship game.
But it's very similar to World War II board game Memoir 44.
Yes,
Is it from the same people?
the gameplay.
It's not, no.
Oh.
The gameplay itself is actually really good.
But it looks as if it's more of a collectible game. I know it's been out for a little while now, but this was the first time we really played that or looked into it.
It's kind of weird because as someone that really likes to collect the models and stuff like that, I don't like the models in enough of a way
No.
that I would consider buying it as a collectible game.
They're
However,
not-
I enjoyed the game enough that I would play it as
Just game.
a board game, which
Yeah.
is the opposite for me.
I think the
probably.
issue is with it, you compare it to stuff like Armada, Star Wars, any of the spaceship battle games. The miniatures are very usually quite high quality, even if they're small. Whereas these ones were very much just more blocky and kind of flat based, which was fine, and they did the purpose. But again, you've got loads of
I
them,
think
so it's not too
They
bad.
look nice. I just think it's a very competitive market at the moment.
Yeah.
The sort of Armada style
Yeah.
fleet-based games.
Yeah.
So one of the other things I was looking at that I was thinking about buying today was that Drop Zone, which again,
Yes.
I like.
didn't get to play it, but
no.
Is it Drop Fleet?
Drop Fleet?
there's
Is
Drop
what we were
Fleet
looking
is
at.
the one which you guys like more.
Yeah.
Drop Zone was the one I like more because it looks as if it was more like troops and big mechs on a city landscape.
Yeah.
and
So we
stuff
didn't
like
get a
that.
chance to play it. What I would
No.
say is that it's only the aesthetic that I didn't like.
Yeah, I'm thinking of possibly picking up a copy of it tomorrow, but I don't know whether I want to buy another miniatures
The problem
game
is,
particularly.
I don't think it's the aesthetic. I wasn't keen on some of the miniatures. They just the designs weren't that.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I
it. It's the
could
aesthetic
see
of the
that.
miniatures. If they
Oh,
had
yeah,
other
yeah.
factions, which
Some of the
different.
ships were cool, but I feel like we would probably only pick the same ships. Like the
What? Oh,
factions.
sorry for Drop Fleet.
Yeah.
No, you liked the post-human ones, and I liked the United.
They were quite similar though, weren't they?
Human
One just
colonies
kind of
and
white on it and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. The drop commander, drop ship,
Drop Zone.
drop zone. Yeah, that one was a bit. I don't know. It seemed like a good deal. So maybe.
It was like £30 for the
Yeah,
box.
but it
was
should've
an
been-
event
The
deal.
problem is, I would like to give it a go
Yeah.
before I hammer money on yet
Do they have
another
demos?
collectible game.
They weren't running demos of that.
No, that's the issue. I think if they had demos to play, I might have walked away with a copy.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so
Phew.
the next thing we moved on to was something that we ended up buying,
Yes.
which is
Dwarven
Dwarven
Beer.
Beerfest.
This gets my thumbs up. I really enjoyed it.
It was
Yeah,
a great
it
game.
I
was.
think it's great.
Really good.
So, picture the scene. You are drunken dwarves. Well, you're not even drunken. You are just
You're
dwarves
sober
trying
dwarves.
to get drunk
Yeah,
and maintain your booze. It's the ultimate drinking.
It's basically
it's a
you-
push
you-
your luck game.
Yeah, it's a push your
Yeah.
luck game where you score from the amount of alcoholic drinks you manage to consume, and you get bonuses based on your character's favourite drink. I honestly, this is one of my favourite games today.
Yeah,
And
again, really small.
again, the only reason I didn't buy it is because Darryl bought it, and he's
Yeah.
the person I'll be playing it with.
Yeah.
So
It was really easy to pick up after a while. It's got its own dice. It's got really nice artwork on the cards. Yeah, like fantastic. I'll be playing loads of this, to be honest with you.
the only reason I'm not picking up a copy is because I know my other half wouldn't enjoy the theme, or
Yes.
won't get the theme.
What?
What? What's wrong?
It was £15. It's okay. I just realised they made it cheaper. It's fine. I thought I paid
Okay.
17 quid for it. I was like, son of a bitch. Then 50 quid was fine.
You cheapskate.
No, I was like, mate, that's
You
the
got
pound
a free
markup.
tutorial. You should go back there and pay them more.
What, a pound?
Yeah.
Not gonna.
Okay, we only got to play one more game today, but when you really consider how much we played, it's
Are we gonna mention?
we played a hell of a lot. Yeah, we played the Song of Fire and Ice miniatures game. Oh, one thing I've forgotten was Dust as well, which you guys are both.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
really.
Bring back the.
Oh, you've thrown it all the way over there.
It's too far away.
It's basically super extra tech World War II, Hitler's dead, mech suits, and boobies.
Yeah, the boobies we didn't have, but there are boobies available
But
for a premium
I
price.
really like the German faction, which no one is surprised about, which I find worrying.
We've accepted you as you are, no, to be honest.
Darryl likes the Soviet faction.
All the yeah, I'm very much torn. We are undecided.
We might buy it.
We might buy
The problem we found at the moment is having put a bit of research into it. It looks like it's difficult to source.
Yes, it seems like it's either their website.
And at a reasonable price. It's quite an expensive game to
Yeah.
get. Not expensive game to get into, and it's an expensive game to sort of
Continue on.
continue with and buy more figures with. But I'm sold on it. But obviously,
It was a
if I
nice
had-
game to play. I just feel like to get to like say the level because they had the bats, didn't they, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I feel like we'd be putting a lot into it just to kind of make it a little bit.
feels like a nice easy skirmish game. Now. At a small level, we played the basic rules without all the special rules because we're just learning to play.
Yeah.
It felt really quick. It felt really easy.
Mm-mm.
And surprisingly, it's not as clear cut as it may seem. So we went into the game with a bit of a misunderstanding at the beginning, and Darryl annihilated an entire squad of my infantry before I could even do anything with them.
33 dice.
33 dice with miniguns. It was horrific.
Absolutely horrific.
And the game still ended with him with one single man on the field.
with a rocket launcher.
with his last dice, putting a rocket into my mech suit and killing him. And
Which you would never see in the real world.
It was so cool. Like it was really really close, and I really enjoyed
Honestly, there's a campaign part of it. That guy got so much XP right
it. Yeah,
there.
I basically just camped Ludwig, which was the name of my mech, which I thought was cool.
I'm not gonna lie. Like the cover aesthetics were kind of cool, but you were behind a tiny barrel that barely touched your legs, and yet somehow that gave you cover. Like I was never shooting your legs with a rocket, was I?
No, but then you did park your tank. I know your tank was in cover, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just laid in
with,
it.
with a bin as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's exactly the same
We just
bin, so-
basically, basically, the guy was just telling us what to do, and we're like, yeah, that's cool.
It was really good though. I really
It was
enjoyed it.
So yeah, the last thing we played this time, as I mentioned
Song
before,
of
was
Fire.
Song of Fire and Ice.
So we did 2v1 a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
So we had the bloke who was running it, whose name I didn't catch, unfortunately.
No, he
No,
was sort of
no.
jumping in between.
He was very good.
Yeah, he was going to sort of help. I think the guy originally was going to sort of sit with us, and then I think he sort of just like floated between explaining it, and then
Yeah.
I was really excited to play this because it was one of the games I was I'm again on the fence of getting. Again, it's an expensive one. I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to now. I'm glad I played it and just didn't dive in.
It was a tough game to really get into, wasn't
Yeah,
it? I mean,
it was a very. I mean, we played the full.
we played a full battle.
Yeah.
But like the guy who was teaching us was saying, the actual main game is very objective based.
Yes.
This was just simply one army versus another
Shooting.
army. Yeah, last last surviving army wins.
It's interesting because I'm not a gamer friendly person, so I have a basic knowledge of the lore and what's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know about it and I find it vaguely interesting, but I had no real intention of buying this game prior to playing it. After playing it, I could see the appeal, but not so much.
Not at
I
that
would
price
be,
point.
Not at the price
No.
point, exactly.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think the starter set is really, really nice. And I think some of the like faction starter sets are really, really good. So we played 2 of the new ones, the
I
Night's
think
Watch. And
for
like,
those
the
that are super into
Readers.
Game of Thrones, I can see why there's an appeal there.
Yeah.
In the same way that I'm so deeply invested in Warhammer.
Yeah. I think the thing I was trying to explain after we'd finished playing was a lot of the actual fighting feels like 2 brick walls going up
Yes.
against one another because both of them are really overpowered.
Hmm.
One of them was when a unit got completely wiped out, it was just respawning back onto the field.
That was a tactic
And
card. just
It
to
was a
clarify.
tactic card, but it was still massively overpowered and really drew things out for longer. And then,
But if we hadn't done that, Darryl's characters were so tough that
Yes.
we would never have won.
So I had
Yeah.
one unit of like troops that was really good at stabbing, one unit of troops that was just not, and the one that wasn't was the ones that had the higher defense, and they were just basically sitting there. They had Jon Snow in it. It had a lot of healing in my group, so I basically just every time they took a couple out, I just brought them back to the table. So this is again why it took
Yeah.
so long. I don't know.
it felt like
I don't
the
know.
scales were very even
Yeah.
until one started to get the upper hand a bit, and after that it kind of snowballed.
Yeah.
We went with what is my standard tactic in this sort of game, which is pick on one unit until it's dead, and then in theory you outnumber your opponent.
Yeah.
And
But
once-
the issue was they kept coming back, so this is why it never really
Yeah.
worked.
But then
for
we
ages.
held your other unit off in such a way that
Yeah.
it couldn't really get involved in the same fight.
I mean, the thing is that troll. If I could have got that troll out,
Oh, the giant
Yeah.
was very tough.
The only problem was you were struggling to hit it, and when
Wound
it was
it.
getting hit, it became
didn't
more
take
powerful.
You were attacking
It
it
was
with your
its ability.
defensive unit.
Yeah.
I think that was the problem, and it was just tanking the odd hits, and that just made it stronger.
Yeah. But
It was good. It was a good game.
Yeah, it was a
but
good game. I just don't think I'll get any time. Well,
Yeah.
anyway,
Anyway,
I get it. Go on.
we'll go through the rest of it real quickly because things are getting a bit hot and sweaty.
That's not sweat, is it?
I'm not happy about this. Carry on.
Okay, let's go through a few of the things we bought today
Yes.
that you may be seeing turn up on the site sometime soon. So first, the new Keyforge. So we've all bought at least a deck.
Yep.
2 of us have bought starters.
Even I have been coaxed into getting a Keyforge deck. I kind of looked at it whilst we were having lunch and half-heartedly,
Bought one.
I almost kind of just went, oh, I don't really like the way this deck doesn't look like they would fight, and sort of not discarded it, but I was like, Darryl, can you look after it for me?
Which I imagine will now stay here for a while until you go, oh yeah, I forgot.
I mean,
had
I've
this
got the deck now. When you guys are playing Keyforge, I can play Keyforge with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. So you've got a deck you can kind of
Thing
like get
is,
familiar with.
You
yeah.
might be the better option with this one because obviously where we have the multiple decks, it might be like a lot of people have been saying, you pick one deck, you stick with it,
Yeah.
you just use it as much as possible.
You
You
might learn
find,
my deck
yeah,
inside out.
you
Yeah.
might find so many unique things with your deck.
Problem is, I don't think I'll find the encouragement in my heart to learn that deck inside out because I'm not super fussed about its theme.
Yeah. So anyway, let's move on. Call to Adventure. We have. It's by the same people who did Boss Monster, and Boss Monster really isn't a game I like. So I'm interested to see if this one's any better and whether the developers have developed, I suppose.
Do you want me to take some of your load?
No, I'm going to go as much as possible, that way I'm just going to be hidden.
Okay.
Where
Okay.
do you go?
Okay.
Sure, I'm always happy to take your load if required.
Are you still there?
And then one last game in 2 parts, Century. So we've got Spice Road, Spice Road, and
Spice
Eastern Wonders. So Spice World, the board game. I
Oh.
think there already is something like that from years and years ago.
What, like as in the Spice Girls?
Yeah, I think so. But
Is that
yeah,
on a landfill or something?
never played these before, despite the fact that they come very highly rated. They can be played separately as 2 completely different games, or combined together to make one big super game.
I'm really interested to see how it plays as the 2 games merged.
There is a 3rd one coming out this year to complete the trilogy, so we'll get to see how that all goes together. at
No
some point.
movement! Static! You stay completely static. The
Okay.
less friction and heat you deserve in your balls is the wetter.
Do you know what? It's really hot under here.
I told you
Yes.
this!
It really is. So we probably had better go at this point.
Bye.
Or perhaps we should just settle in.
No, bye, no. Oh,
This is nice.
It's
Yeah,
not nice.
big
Judging by
time.
my face, it's not
We've been
nice.
up since half
The
4
4
this
games are
morning.
rising.
Oh, bye.